let's introduce our guest for today. A very busy man, permanently on the move. Even today, he's been going to all the far-flung reaches of Goa, inspecting and checking out the forest areas. Mr. Subhash Chandra. Uh, I believe I missed an A in the name. I'm sorry about that. Is it Mr. Chandra? Is it double A in Subhash?
No, that is in the email.
Okay, all right. I'm glad I
The
didn't
name
make the
is
mistake.
correct.
Good. So, Mr. Chandra is the Principal Chief Conservator of Forests with the government of Goa and doing a lot of amazing work. I will just give you a very quick, brief introduction on him. He has been a member of the IFS, which is the Indian Forest Service, currently posted as PCCF, Government of Goa. He has earlier worked in the forestry departments in Arunachal Pradesh and Delhi. As head of State Forest Department in Goa, he works for conservation, development, and management of forests and wildlife of the state. As you know, it's a very, very important post because right now, with COVID, we have also learned how important it is to save nature. So, he has wide experience in forest policy, natural resources management, climate change, forest rights related issues, and urban greens management, mineral and mining policy, and legal framework. So he's got a whole gamut of things that he has been involved in, which gives a full picture. And he's an alumnus of National Defense College. He has a master's degree from Lucknow University, an LLB from Delhi University, and MPhil from Madras University. So he's been all over India, as you can see. Before joining the Goa Forest Department, he served as Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Mines, where he worked on mining policy and legal issues, implementation of sustainable development framework in mining sector, landscape restoration, and mitigation of impact of mining and non-ferrous metals. He was associated with development of star rating of mines for sustainable mining and mining surveillance systems, a satellite-based monitoring system for illegal mining, which is so very important. In the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, he has worked on forest policy related matters as DIG Forest, forest policy and forest rights issues. He was national focal point, very importantly, for the UN Forum on Forestry and Committee on Forestry and Asia Pacific Forestry Commission of FAO, and was associated in preparation of International Arrangement of Forests in 2000, which runs from 2015 to 2030. As Director of Horticulture, New Delhi Municipal Council during 2005 to 2010, he managed urban greens of capital city of New Delhi, developed the first tree ambulance in the country for care of trees, and set up country's first school of gardening and urban greens management for training in gardening and tree management. Sir, that's a handful. You have been a very, very busy boy all through. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you and welcome to the webinar. And thank you so much for taking the time out from your busy schedule and agreeing to do this. I thought it was very important for people to know and learn about what the forestry department is doing. There are a lot of things which are happening behind the scene, and I'm hoping that you can shed light on that, because I think interaction with people is also very important nowadays. It is no longer a closed department, and no better a person than you to do that with us. So welcome to the webinar. I hand over to you, sir. You can share your screen now if you wish. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Venkateshji. Thank you for very long introduction, which is very boring to our participant in this webinar. And I would just thank for giving me this opportunity. It is really an honor and privilege to be on this group to share the thoughts and activities which we are doing of from the forest department to sustainably manage the forest of Goa. I'm just trying to bring the presentation. How to bring? You
You can say share screen. Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the disruption.
No worries.
In fact, we are lucky to be in Goa that it is a very highly forested state and quite diverse forest here, rich of wildlife and very endemic flora. We have 68%. The department is working for sustainable management of forests and wildlife. The green cover of Goa, as we all know, it is forest tree cover is 68%, as per the Forest Survey of India's satellite imagery assessment. And we are fortunate to have 20% of the geographical area of the state under protected area network. That is quite a good for any state to have this much area under protected area network. Then in the sustainable management of forest and wildlife, what we are doing, because our focus is on improvement of quality of forest. Most of the forest, as we see, they are quite having natural vegetation, which are locally diverse species of the Western Ghats. In some period of time, in the difficult rocky lands, acacias and eucalyptus plantations were planted, which we are trying to replace gradually and bringing the local species here so that the quality improves. We are bringing more for fruit-bearing trees so that it also helps the wildlife. Then second, protection of forest and tree outside forest. We are implementing the Indian Forest Act, Goa Tree Preservation Act in case of trees outside forest, and taking whatever measures we can take for prevention of forest fire, which usually happen from March to before the onset of monsoon, March to June. Our focus is on strengthening the water availability in the forest, because in the dry season, water scarcity is there in the forest, and many wild animals, they move to the habitation in search of water and food. So our focus is we create enough water bodies in the forest so that that water stress is avoided in the dry season. For improving wildlife habitat, we are removing the trees which are exotics like acacia or equiliformis, acacia mangium and eucalyptus, and trying to gradually replace them with the more suitable trees. Weeds are also our focus, how to make them make weed free from the forest, and improvement of wildlife habitat is good for the wildlife which is endemic to Goa. Apart from that, our many cases we receive for wildlife, leopard and wild boar sighting and in the habitation. So we try to rescue them and release them in the wild. We are also trying to bring more participation of people in the forestry activities so that they get some incentive in protection of forest and taking care of that with more enthusiasm. We have started some nature education and ecotourism activities which are happening, and try to bring people more closer to nature. And public engagement in forestry program, that is also major focus of our programs. That these are the basic topics which I will be covering. Improvement of forest quality, as we see that around 1/4 of area is under dense forest, and some parts are medium. Most of it is medium density forest. So we are trying to bring as much as good quality forest cover with the local species and bringing fruit-bearing plantation. This year we covered around 285 hectares of plantation in Goa. Barren patches are difficult to find, but we are trying to, whatever gaps are there, gap filling is there. And assisted natural regeneration, we are trying to do with the more with the natural regeneration, assist that so that forest cover is more with the tune with the agro-geoclimatic region. Grassland management is one aspect where in the forest, because that is required for wild animals, herbivores, eradication of weeds, reclamation of degraded lands. We are trying to, where degraded lands are there, some abandoned mines, etc. So that is also focus. How we bring back the degraded lands to the normal. It takes time, but we are working on this. And soil moisture conservation, that is major focus on the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Some of the photographs I am, these are the new plantations, so the saplings are not very much visible. Then eradication of weeds, eupatorium and other weeds we are removing. Then control of forest fire, we create fire lines, fire tracing and control burning. We are strengthening our capacity of the staff. Their training is there so that they can handle major fire accidents are almost avoided. Some fire incidents are there which is due to human intervention, which we take care. These are some of the pictures of degradation of degraded lands which are being reclaimed gradually. This year, 28 hectare plantation in the mine dumps we have done. Next 3 years, we will cover 50 hectares. So the area we expect after, because this is the soils are refractory. So after 5 to 10 years, the area will be completely different. We expect from our experience. These are some of the water bodies we have created in the forest. And from this year experience, we will see how more we can create and how we can have water during dry season till the monsoon sets in June. These are some of the pictures in the last 2 years we have created. And we have seen from the camera traps that a lot of wild animals are taking advantage of these water bodies. Then improvement of wildlife habitat. Goa is known for its rich wildlife and everybody is concerned. So we are putting more local fruit bearing trees, which will help the herbivores population. Grassland management, some of the photographs in Mollem and other wildlife sanctuaries. These are monitoring of wildlife movement. Our camera traps, they have shown black panther and tiger and gaur, samar, wild boar. In the night patrolling we do, we have protection camp spread across the protected area and the forest area. And our staff, which is generally discreet, they are working round the clock to see that our forest and wildlife is safe. We are in close coordination with police and other departments, and also officers, forest officers of other state. And we have good rapport with the local people so that we get any information if something is happening. These are some of the patrolling camps in the inside forest, and our staff is well trained. We are giving them sufficient training so that they are always up to date in their information and they can handle any situation. Many of our audience might be knowing the turtle conservation program, which is almost 2 decades old. And we have been successful in almost releasing tens of thousands of turtle hatchlings in last 10 years. This is a very good successful model. We have been supported by many NGOs in this endeavor, and our staff is very good. They take care of whatever with the limited means. They take good care of turtle eggs and release the turtle hatchlings as and when they are happening. We are also working on minimizing man-animal conflicts, because Goa is a small state. The habitations, villages are inside or in the vicinity of forests. So many times leopard, wild boar, crocodile, gaur, they enter into vegetation, habitation, and they do some damage to the people there, people and property, agriculture field. So we are trying to just a phone call away and address the grievances. The government has been kind enough to increase the compensation package so that the people don't feel the pinch of their loss, and they are adequately compensated so that the people don't turn against the wildlife conservation. So at least we are among the best state to take care of compensation. We have Bongla Zoo, and there we have a small veterinary hospital where we try to take care of the animals which are injured in conflict with the man through in the last 2 years we have rescued almost 5,000 animals every last 2 years each year. So this is, and release them in the wildlife sanctuaries. We provide regular training with the help of our NGO colleagues, Wildlife Pujaji, and all whosoever comes forward to share with their experience and skills, knowledge with our people. So here we will require support from all of our friends. We have very good rescuer in case of crocodiles, leopard, these reptiles. Some of the pictures we are showing, and the public outreach, we have 3 months long one more from the last 2 years, so that there is not a rush for putting plantation in wherever it is possible. We are trying to reach out to schools, colleges, any institution. They say they can plant 10 trees, 20 trees, 100 trees. What are the best suited sapling? We go there and plant, so that we have good planning and maintenance protocol. So that is a quite successful program. We have reached to various parts of the Goa, and all the institutions we ourselves engage them where any land is available. We plant the best suitable trees for them. Then catching youngsters, the students, that is through various awareness generation programs, so that they are sensitized for forest and wildlife. In the nature education and employment, we have forest fund day concept, because forest, everybody is so serious about that. Forest, everybody is thinking that forest is a very serious subject, very serious concern. That is not. Forest should be also reason for fun. So we have started observing Forest Fund Day. Last Forest Fund Day we organized on 11th May, and it is just enjoying forest as they are, and which includes the bird walk, and and enjoying what the forest have to offer to humanity. Monthly bird watching events, they start from they are held every month, except some months in rainy season. Annual Goa Bird Festival last year we organized. This year we organized January, and this will be a very good event. Last year, lot of enthusiasm and participation was there, and I expect that this year we will receive more response. And then Dudhsagar, as we know, is a very well-known site for the tourists, and the local communities, they are also benefited from its tourism. Due to COVID, we have not yet started this year, but we hope that the situation will be good and people will again start going there. So these ecotourism activities offer a lot of employment to the local people. We are our NGO friends, we are training local nature guides so that they can start trekking in the forest and making people aware about the natural wealth and heritage of Goa. We are also trying to work with people to create ecotourism facilities in and around protected areas so that the local communities feel their stakes in the improvement and conservation of the forest and wildlife area. In nature trails, every year we maintain and create new trails wherever required so that those who want to visit in our forest, they have good experience. These are some of the pictures of Third Goa Bird Festival. So thank you. This small presentation was about our activities. For the public engagement, some of the programs we have started Vaidya Mitra, where the natural healers and Vaidya, those who are integral part of our rural society, they are recognized. They have been given cards, identity cards. They can go to forest and collect whatever herbal medicine or medicinal plants they want, and they can also guide us in which medicinal plant can be grown in this area, so that we can enrich the medicinal herbal plants in our forest, and that will be good for the not only for the state, but they can also help in conservation as well as earning from sustainable harvest. We have started Goan project with the Goa Biodiversity Board, that is for sustainable harvesting and value addition and marketing of non-timber forest produce and other products which are well known in Goa, and they can be processed and marketed to get the right value which they deserve. This will, I hope, in a few years will transform the rural economy. In Goa's climate, we are also working to harvest wood whenever it is good, and we are trying to promote plantation of fast-growing, good quality timber species in private land, so that the people can earn more money through harvest of timber, and that can increase value to the local people who are already planting trees on their land. So this can be a good venture in considering the favorable climatic conditions in Goa. We have to have good modern wood-based industry so that Goa can be a good center for producing good quality furniture and for the domestic as well as international market. And farmers and landowners can benefit from that. We have this year we have distributed more than 4 lakh tree saplings of various species as demanded by people. So we hope our efforts will continue, and whatever the people feel their concern about any decrease in forest cover, that is taken care of. There is we are reaching through village committees, village panchayats, and wherever lands are available, we have planted. We have reached through Goa Biodiversity Board and our officers for planting of desired tree species. We are developing a biodiversity park in Dharbandora, which will be ready in a couple of months, where we are hosting all the Goa's natural biodiversity. People will know at one place. We have started working on developing Nagar One, and a couple of good Nagar One projects are under planning stage. So, which will improve the environment of the cities. And Gram Upvan scheme in rural areas, in village area, we are creating Gram Upvan. One Gram Upvan has been created in Santli, and others are in pipeline, which are. Another thing is we have notified Forest Training School as Goa Forest Research and Training Institute after government approval. So this can be one area where we are looking for other scientific institutions to have collaborative research with the forest department on the topics which are more relevant to Goa as well as for the country. So we are looking at this program of increasing knowledge base for better management of forest and wildlife of Goa. So this is in a nutshell. I will take questions, I think, so that we can discuss more about the participant, what they think about, and we can address some of the issues if they. So over to Venkatesh.
Thank you, sir. That was really informative. I don't know about the others, but I definitely did not know that you have so many programs on the go all the time. Can I just ask, what is your staff strength in total?
We have DCF level staff officer, IFS officers 13, the total strength, but we are at present 10. The assistant conservator of forest who are heading subdivisions, they are around 12. We have forest ranger around 45.
Wow.
And around 30 deputy forest ranger. Forest guards, we have around 300. So overall strength, we can say 450 or so.
Wow. Okay. But it's still quite less for the area of Goa, I would imagine. It keeps everybody busy.
No, that is, but we cannot aspire for very large.
Yeah.
But we think we are doing well with the proper capacity building and training of our staff. And we seek support from all like-minded NGOs so that we can most from us in the cause of forest and sustainable management of forest and wildlife.
Okay. Can you shed some light on where your funding comes from? Is it state or is it central or is it both?
It comes from the state as well as the central government.
Okay.
From the both. So.
Okay. And it's in
but
general.
This year some stress is there. Otherwise, we have no issue with the funding.
Right.
The situation, some stress is there, but hopefully it will be over in a couple of months.
Okay. One very important issue, at least for me, which you have not mentioned in your slideshow, is you were mentioning that you're setting up a marine division. So what is the progress in that?
Because we have to rearrange our teams and in pipeline. So we are working how we go about which staff to post, which officers to be there. So it is in the pipeline because this requires a lot of planning and infrastructure creation.
Sure.
Certainly, if we create without sufficient backup, it may not give desired result, but we are working on it.
Okay, excellent. Recently, I heard in the news that Maharashtra has actually set up a marine rescue program all along the coast. Do you have any knowledge about that? Or?
No, that we know. Karnataka has also started marine cell, but we are aware of that. We are already attending to that. Only thing, specialized division, a separate division is not there, but our team is already there. Right. I think, as you know, they are already working there in the turtle conservation and
yes, correct.
Reach out to wherever it is. So we are not lacking in the action. It has to be more specific that we are trying.
Yeah, but also I think you're working very closely with Pooja and the other volunteers who are doing marine strandings rescues and also documentation, which is wonderful.
We are fortunate to have very good, passionate colleagues in this, and That is very valuable contribution we receive from WWF, Pooja ji, Sarita ji. So, like what this 69th Wildlife Week, we have lot of support from various quarters.
Very good. And it's good that I think you're, involving private participation, NGO participation. I think it's everybody's responsibility now to take care of the planet and to
Yes,
protect
and
it.
we should be on the, we should think what best can be done. It is any idea which is helping our cause. We are
Sure.
open for that.
Yeah. That's great. I'm looking for questions. There are no questions posted. So I think you've covered quite a lot of ground here. And we'll just wait for a few minutes. If anybody's got any questions, they can post on it. But
I
this
think
is,
we are also working on one scheme where people just, I could not mention it, just slipped from my mind. We have prepared one scheme which we are taking up with the government, and so that if any farmer or any landowner plants trees for commercial purpose, they will not they have to register their plantation with the department, but they will give us annual progress report, and they will not require our permission for felling or transit. So whenever
okay.
they, after 5 years, whenever they can themselves just inform us, and they can cut down that trees. They are free to transport their wood to, because after 5-6 years, most of the commercial wood can be used for various purposes. From different products can be started from that tree. So this is the scheme in pipeline. Only thing is people are fearful that if they plant trees, because in Goa private forest issue is very sensitive. So people are very fearful that if they try to plant trees and later it becomes private forest, they may lose their land altogether. So we are just try to remove this apprehension that whenever they want to do it commercial, they can register with us, and after that they are free to fell whenever. So the land registration will be there, so there will not be any ambiguity. This is a new land, they have planted these teak or whatever trees they want, and whenever they want to cut it, it's on their choice. When they get the best price, they can cut down their trees.
And will they be allowed to send it out of the state, or it is only for?
Yes, for this we are working on it.
Okay, okay.
The apprehension people, because we want to remove that apprehension that this land will never be part of private forest, because they will be planting a fresh.
Okay. Wonderful. That's great, sir. And anything else you would like to add about future plans? These are all the current things that you're doing mainly. Anything else which is in the pipeline, which you are instrumental in pushing with the government?
Like Forest Research and Training Institute, there we would require that any any researcher who belongs to anywhere from any university, Goa University, wherever they want to work, we are trying to build some facilities so that they can work with the department, and they can work here, earn their degree from other universities, and we will it will be joint, and they can work on the problems which we face in conservation or whatever, and they can try to generate knowledge which is useful for us. Like one can be, we would like to have climate stations, climate station where we would see how the climate change over the years will impact forests. So that is one in our forest areas. So.
Okay. All right. I would also, I mean, I'm sure you are already thinking about this. So forgive me if I'm mentioning something you're already working on. But along the coast, it would be incredible if you could appoint vets, maybe even private vets, who have been checked out by you for marine rescues, because I know your resources are very stretched.
Yeah, that is very good suggestion. We are in fact looking for vets and their collaboration. We can really work on this if the proposal comes. We'll certainly work on this.
All right. I mean, we are happy
Yes.
to collaborate and work also. We do
Yeah,
have a lot
sure.
of
Sure, sir.
vets
Most
who we
welcome.
know who are quite dedicated. And also, of course, now you've kindly given us the permit for this coral transplantation. So I'm just waiting for the rains
Right
to
season.
stop,
Yeah,
and
right season.
yeah, so that we can go out and monitor. And I really hope that what we have already transplanted, which is 96 pieces of coral, I'm hoping they have survived, because when I went out in May, there was a lot of bleaching, unfortunately. And I have heard from fishermen and other people that the bleaching has not gone away, which is not a good sign, because that means the water temperatures have remained high throughout the monsoon, which normally doesn't happen. It drops by about 3-4 degrees. So I'm really hoping against hope that things are okay there. So I will of course keep you updated on that, and also we will monitor it throughout the next year as well, to make sure that things are updated. Okay, sir. I think that is the end of what we have covered, and I don't want to keep you from going home. It's been a long day for you. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so
Even
much.
we, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
We really look forward to working with you closely also again in the
Yeah,
marine space.
we would welcome suggestions and any idea from the participants who are here.
Great. And it will be aired, like I said, so I'm sure you'll get a lot more feedback. And
Kindly share our email, both official and numbers.
yes, yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. And
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
good night. Right.
Good night.